But you need to work on your endgames, man, for real. You need to understand that rook endgames are a lot more drawish than pawn endgames.
Seezy chess is a 2,500 rated. He's pushing to the 3,000 rated player, and being an experienced player for over 13 years, he had some very very good insight for me on how I could increase and as I go up the rating ladder, become more chess better player, and to overall reach my goal of 2,000. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Very good. Okay,
Alright,
so let's get started.
hello boys.
E4, very strong.
Alright,
Yeah.
I mean, we have many choices, but I don't know what to play. Let's play Sicilian.
You wait for Sicilian
What?
as a this. Come here. I have to feel like this bishop is gonna cost me problems in the long run.
Yeah, this is very annoying thing for me. Not gonna lie.
They're still gonna
I got a counter attack in the middle.
let's just take.
King takes g7.
Try to do this.
Right, you know, this game looks a lot better. I gotta admit, Rubey. This game
Yeah,
for me looks a lot better.
yes.
But yeah,
Let's take.
it's just 13 moves for now, so you know you can still blunder something.
I want to trade everything. I don't want no issues.
I get it, I get it.
This might hope. I saw it like for a mile ago. Make sure I allow it. I literally can't even. Okay, I won't allow it. Let's come back.
Alright, let's see. I mean, he's got the bishop, right? A better piece than the knight, many people would say, especially like Bobby Fischer or I don't know who else. Well, many people believe that a bishop is still better than the knight, but not always.
We have to be very careful.
How long have you been playing chess for?
Well, I just started in February though. February.
Okay, I've started in November 2013.
Then that's like by then I didn't even know about chess. I didn't even know about chess
Yeah,
by
that's a
then.
difference in experience, but Rubey is putting a fight. I'm gonna cry about it
Weird.
now. Brother, this is
Yeah.
a lot better game than the previous
Yeah,
one.
I'm good.
Yeah.
What can I say? Yeah, what's coming? What's come to worse? This will give my bedroom. But I'm thinking you have higher advantage since you're
I do have
like
an
higher
advantage.
advantage
I do have an
in
advantage.
like end game skills or something. Wait, this is a tricky one. Okay, let's do this.
Oh, I wouldn't say that was a good choice, my friend. Now we are talking
Oh
about
yeah.
corresponding squares. So now this square corresponds to this one. Whoever is in the move is losing.
So
Well, you're
wait,
losing because I just draw.
So I shall take with the pawn instead, right?
You should have taken with
That
the
way,
pawn, yes, because rook endgames are more drawish than the pawn endgames. In a pawn endgame, if you're a rook pawn down, you will always lose. Maybe 90% of times. But in a rook endgame, if you're a pawn down, it's 50-50 still.
I know you're not going to move that your king. Crap.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this is
I
this
have more pawns, you see. I have more pawns here. If you had rooks, then
Yeah.
it would be a little bit different because you could move your rook 10 times. But a pawn, you cannot move it. Guys, so whenever somebody plays c3, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
I guess you should always just try to play g6, knight to f6, and then because they pushed the pawns forward that much, you have to counter attack with bishop to g4, putting pressure on the center, and trying to play e5 and getting the d4 square, or forcing them to go d5 and going to knight to e7, and pushing f5 and creating this type of King's Indian opening attack. Alright, yeah, you see, so now queen. So let's go back. So that's what we do, right? We just simply develop and put pressure.
Yes.
Now e5, that's what I told you about. And the thing is that because I didn't move my queen, I'm winning one tempo. Because you moved it just to play bishop h6. I didn't, as you can see. And you're just losing one tempo. So that's
what should I play instead of?
I think you should have closed down because you have more space. Look.
Yeah.
You have pawns on the 4th and the 5th rank. I have pawns on the 5th and the 6th rank. So compare those to this one to this one, right? Your pawn, you have a little bit more space.
For me, what would you have played? Let's say I push that. Would you have played something like queen b6 or what would you have played?
I mean, I first would have to move away.
Okay, then
I think bishop to d1.
Oh, then move back. Okay.
Should probably try to exchange the knight.
Because it's so weak. Because it's powerful. And sweet outputs on that square.
Yeah, but you don't need to rush it because you will blunder the e4 pawn. But you should probably exchange this for this.
Okay. And for me, this was very important.
And it's still very equal, very very equal, you know. But you have more space. And you don't waste
Yeah.
the move on the queen to d2 move. Yeah, you don't waste one tempo on queen to d2 because okay, thank you, thank you. Queen to d2 here
Yeah.
makes sense. I will also need to move my queen now because I need to connect my rooks, same as you. You will be able to go here, later here, and you have connected your rooks, so this way you haven't wasted the tempo. So whenever you see a move, when you see something
And
like this, consider, when you think about an exchange, you should think about it already here, right? Okay, if I
yeah.
take on e5, wait, why am I analyzing this from you on my side, by the way? Maybe we should,
No.
at least I do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like whenever I play white, I analyze from the black side. So maybe we should do that. You should analyze from the black side. So before you took on e5, right? You should think that whether the exchange of the queens is good. First of all, you're white, you want to win. Second of all, your
Okay.
queen has made one tempo, has wasted one tempo. My queen has wasted 0 tempos, so this trade is
Zero
not
tempo.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, because a piece is worth 9 points, 5 points, 3 points, but it's also worth tempos. If you have a knight that has moved once and the knight that moved 5 times, the knight that moved 5 times should be a little bit more valuable. Alright. So yeah, so
I
let's.
just thought that I could trade all the pieces and go for some little.
I know you go for a draw, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like that
Unfortunately,
because
you
in chess, if you're even if you're one tempo up, this one tempo is gonna be enough to change the game, right? And I was one tempo
know,
up.
yeah. Yeah.
And if you
Really,
just
really
if you
good
just
part.
try to mirror the game, if you just try to exchange everything, I will just catch you. Yeah, at the end in the king endgame. All right, let's see. So knight d7, bishop c4. I mean, it was needed because you need to prevent rook to a2. b3 is what I would really. I don't know if that was a good idea, to be honest. Maybe you were supposed to play bishop to d3 here. You know, just to
Okay.
avoid rook to c2.
Uh, but that's the reason why I pushed the pawn instead.
You push the pawn instead, yeah, and because of this you created more tension. There's some, now you need to keep this bishop, keep. Now this bishop is actually a point of attack, right?
Yes, it's not
After
more in
queen
the
into
game like that.
b6, there's issues. But if you go bishop to d3, there's no
No,
tension because
no,
nothing is attacked.
so what should I have played now in this position?
Which position?
Yeah, from here, yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay,
So
okay.
should I move the
I
king
mean, you
instead?
need to look at what black does, right?
Yeah, like black
Because I would
will
probably go this way,
yeah. Then I also feel like rook move, right?
but then you have the pin.
Oh, pin is better.
Yes, pin is better. You activate the rook, right? And then you would probably just put the pawns close together. I don't think that rook knight to c5 was best, but let's just keep.
Okay, let's go check. Let's go to check. Let's go to check.
Yeah. So you gotta go king to f1, king to e2. Mm. And this is a draw in my opinion.
Yeah,
You just created more tension. There's just no need to, right?
yeah.
Your bishop will need to stay on this diagonal to keep defending the pawn. But it cannot, because you just don't have enough space.
Yes.
Right? You are forced to go rook to c1. And here the key mistake, man. Take over the pawn.
But I thought you could push your other pawn and attack my rook, so that's
Push.
why. We push, yeah. But you take my pawn, so I don't. Oh, okay. So that's the difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference,
Okay.
yeah.
But now you threaten to take the pawn on G2 and H2.
Yeah, I do, but even if you lose the pawn, this is
Yeah.
a drawn rook endgame most probably.
Oh, okay. Because the pawns are on the same square, like on the same
On the same side, yeah. And you don't
So
need to
pretty
play
much my
angles,
eyes
and you don't
same
need to
side.
play everyone here because you're not in rush. You can play your king to d3
Okay.
first, and I think you are actually better. But I'm just giving you the prime example. I just wanted to give you an example. That's the easiest way out.
So pretty much move 28. Yeah, I think move 28. That was that Bishop Rook part. That was the part that I fumbled.
Yeah,
If
for sure.
we were
And
getting
the
if we were getting
b3 was also not perfect in my opinion.
yeah, yeah, B3. I've
And
been
then
waiting and so
listen, this is GG. This is GG um because my king will get to c5, your king will not get to b3, and so
no, like I thought
we'll just always
thought I was faster in
you
attacking
were
like in
faster. You
getting
were faster. Okay. I mean,
well
yeah,
I
you're gonna
wasn't
count.
fast.
Yeah, but my pawn is helping me.
In his hand yeah, that was the
And
only
you have
reason
and
why.
that whenever you have close pawns together, there's a
Yeah.
concept called corresponding squares. So whenever your king is here and my king is here, the person who's on the move is losing or just not winning. So here, for example, if my king is on here, and let's say we don't have pawns on the, we just don't have pawns right there, right?
Yeah,
There's no pawns.
yeah.
Then
Just those 2 pawns remaining.
yeah, just these two. Then if
I have to
if I am on a
play.
move, if I'm on the move, then I just move back. You move, and I move forward, and that's a draw.
Okay.
But if you are on
Draw
the move, as you can see, you have only one square that is able.
to play back to the
Yeah, because
backward.
this square is undefended, right?
Yes.
So you have only
I
one
have to
square to
play back.
defend, and that's your problem. Because you're on a move, you need to move away, and I take, and I win.
Then I think I win. Yeah.
If there were only 2 pawns, then it wouldn't be a win. Because king c4, king to c2, and this is a draw in endgame. But you're losing the pawn, and why would you lose a pawn if you don't have to? Yeah, right.
Correct.
And also, my pawn is further away from our king, so this is also a little bonus that you should remember. This is also always good for, it's always good to have the pawn as far away as the other pawns as possible, so the king needs to move there and then move back again. Okay. G5, and then you just resign. Yeah, you have
You
nothing to
resign
do.
because any move I play is going to be a bad move, and
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you how this game should look like now. B2 here.
yeah.
You know
And
what?
then I can move.
Yeah, I just stalemate your king, and then after you
But
play.
no, you still have pawns. You still have pawns.
Yeah, but because you still have pawns.
Oh, checkmate already.
Yes, sir.
Rook.
Yeah.
You promote to rook instead. You promote to rook.
Yeah. So that's what. So listen, you need to
Okay.
understand the concept of trading, when to trade or when not to trade. That the pieces can have value also based on how many tempos they play. And I mean, queen to d2, bishop to h6 idea in the opening was just maybe too quick. You should just focus on castling first. But of course, this is just general advice. I mean, maybe it was good to attack quickly. The game shows it wasn't. Remember that whenever you choose to attack very quickly, you might get counter-attacks, and the counter-attack will be a lot more powerful if it works.
Yeah.